If you're a tech enthusiast like me, there's no doubt you've heard of The Verge. What used to be the gold standard for tech reviews is now a shadow of its former self. So, how did we get here? Well, let's start at the beginning. It launched back in 2011 as a clean break from Gadget, founded by Joshua Topolsky. If you've been around tech for a while, you know the name. Topolsky had already turned Engadget into one of the biggest names in the game as its editor-in-chief, sharp, opinionated, and genuinely obsessed with gadgets and what came next. When he walked away to start The Verge with a small, hungry team, it felt like something new was being born. No corporate leash, just real passion for the stuff that actually moves the needle in tech. And when it finally launched, the site hit the ground running. 4 million unique visitors in month 1, 20 million page views right out the gate. By 2015, they were regularly pulling in 25 million uniques a month. That was peak Verge. Smartphone teardowns that made you want to buy things. Laptop reviews that felt like conversations with a friend who knows way more than you. Early takes on AI and VR that don't feel like hype. CES coverage that actually mattered. It was exciting, it was insightful, and mainly, it was the place to be. Now, fast forward to today. I mean, sure, there's a few articles on gadgets and a few articles on tech, but look at what dominates the rest. Stuff that has no place on what used to be a tech site. One of the top articles, RFK Jr.'s new food pyramid could be a disaster for the environment. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong to think they posted this on the wrong website. Why on earth is this on a tech site? Who cares? Even worse, it's behind a paywall. I mean, they want you to pay for this. And speaking to their new shift to politics, if we search for Trump, I mean, they have written so many articles on Trump, it goes into the hundreds, if not thousands. They can't even show us how many articles there are because the cap is on 100 for the search. And that's not even within the last year. Oh, and someone else who they're recently now obsessed with, Elon Musk and Grok and X. Here we go. Get Grok gone. Advocacy groups demand Apple and Google block X from the app stores. I mean, it doesn't just stop at that. The amount they report on Elon Musk and Tesla, it's absurd. Don't forget the Model Y is one of the top selling cars of all time, year on year, and yet The Verge will find any way to write a hit piece over and over again. So what changed here? What's caused this? Well, money changed it. Vox Media, the parent company, took in more than $400 million from serious players. NBC Universal and Comcast dropped $200 million in 2015 and valued the whole operation over $1 billion. Penske Media came in 2023 with $100 million for 20% ownership. Jay Penske sits on the board now. Warner Bros. Discovery ended up with 25% through mergers. Add in venture capital from General Atlantic, Khosla Ventures, and you've got a lot of very big money expecting very big returns. That kind of investment doesn't come free. It demands scale, more traffic, broader appeal. They couldn't stay a niche gadget site forever. So, they pushed towards tech meets society and pop culture. And that quickly slid into heavy politics, environment stories, entertainment takes, anything that could drive shares and ad views. Controversy sells fast, but quietly pushed away the readers who just wanted reliable gadget coverage. Behind the curtain, layoffs did the real damage. Vox Media had been bleeding people for years. 2023, 130 jobs gone, 7% of the company, followed by another 4% round later that year. 2024 crushed Thrillist. It basically shut down and carved deep into Ether. 2025 was especially ugly. In May, they sold Polygon to Valnet and laid off nearly the entire staff, including editor-in-chief Chris Plante. Multiple rounds at Ether, 15 people in August alone. January bought 12 cuts at Vox.com, then 10 more director-level roles. The union called it devastating. They said the impact fell hardest on the women and journalists of color. Big names walked away. Dieter Bonn in 2022, Casey Newton to Substack in 2020. Topolsky himself had been gone for years. No wave of high-profile hires came in to replace the lost talent. Just thinner teams left to produce faster, shallower work. Fewer specialists mean more opinion rants, quick hits, and off-topic pieces that are easier to bang out for clicks. And the scandals didn't help. They made things much worse. Let's go back to 2018 with the PC build video, and that's a painful one to remember. Stefan completely botched it. excessive thermal paste that could overheat the CPU, RAM, and GPU in the wrong slots, ungrounded anti-static wristband, calling a spacer a tweaker, awful cable management, even suggesting a Swiss Army knife as a screwdriver. The build looked amateur and borderline dangerous. YouTubers like Bitwit tore it apart. Instead of fixing the errors quickly and moving on, The Verge instead issued DMCA takedowns and copyright strikes on reaction videos, strikes that could have killed those channels. Editor-in-chief Nilay Patel later said he hadn't been aware of the strikes and reversed some, but the video disappeared and the backlash was nuclear. Reddit declared it the end of their credibility. Memes lived for years. Linus Tech Tips even did a tongue-in-cheek collab with Stefan years later to fix the build as a joke. Then there was the 2022 Sam Bankman-Fried grant. Vox accepted $200,000 from SBF's Family Foundation for their Future Perfect project, tied to his effective altruism branding. SBF, the FTX founder, had poured millions into politics, mostly Democrats, via questionable straw donor setups. He's now serving 25 years for fraud after customers lost billions. Vox gave back most of the money, $186,000, once the scandal exploded, but kept $14,000 they've already spent. The whole thing looked terrible. Musk was loudly calling out FTX-style scams at the time. Verge coverage was merciless on Musk and Tesla. Trust took another serious hit. The 2022 redesign didn't land either. September overhaul, a new story stream homepage feed that mashed articles together with tweets and embeds like a chaotic Twitter clone. Bright, blurple, and hot brick colors, serifs in the body text, built mobile first because 90% of traffic is mobile, the intent was modern and dynamic, the execution was a complete mess. Poor contrast made text hard to read, especially for people with astigmatism. Navigation felt broken. Real articles and social embeds blurred together so you couldn't tell what was what. Desktop users hated it. Reddit and Twitter erupted. Dumpster fire. Unreadable. Lost me as a reader forever. Traffic dropped 10 to 15% in the short term. Normal for a redesign, but plenty of people never came back. And then the paywall arrived. December 3rd, 2024. $7 a month or $50 a year. It's metered. Core news, homepage, podcasts stay up free up to a limit, but original reporting, deep reviews, features locked after a few reads. Sometimes even older pieces. Subscribers get fewer ads, full RSS feeds, premium newsletters, comment badges, dark mode, customizable homepage, and annual subs receive a limited print magazine about people who ruined the internet. The reasoning was solid. Ad revenue was tanking, platforms were squeezing, but the reaction wasn't. Reddit threads filled with people saying most of the worthwhile content is now behind the wall, and that their reading dropped to zero. That they just switched to free alternatives. For a site already losing ground, it felt like another shove towards the exit. The numbers were grim. 25 million unique visitors at the 2015 peak, down to roughly 17 million average before the 2022 redesign. Dropped further after. December 2025, 14.09 million visits, almost 10% lower than November. Some forum chatter puts current monthly traffic between 5 and 11 million. Broader industry headwinds aren't helping. Publishers have lost 11% of traffic over 5 years. AI search overviews are eating clicks. The Verge is feeling every bit of it. Engagement is slipping, bounce rates are climbing. They chased viral growth with politics, culture, and environment stories over staying loyal to tech. Layoffs killed the depth and expertise. Scandals, the redesign, and the paywall pushed loyal readers away. Now it's a strange hybrid. Still capable of some good tech pieces, but front-loading random detours like food pyramids and White House memes. So, when did you notice a change? When did you stop going back at all? Tell me in the comments, smash that like if this hits close to home, subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.